unsurpassed, profound, and wonderful Dharma is difficult to encounter in hundreds of millions of aeons. I now see and hear it, receive and uphold it, and I vow to fathom the Tathagata's true meaning.
Okay, good morning everybody. Okay, today's topic, which is very interesting, on karmic debt or karmic dirt. The Chinese, we call it 业障, yip-zheng. Okay, under Mahayana, they talk a lot on this, but not Theravada. That's why today I will go slightly slower, because a lot of Theravada tradition friends, they are not very familiar with this concept. They call the karmic dirt or karmic debt and the karma creditors. So, you familiar with these people? Yeah, we must know them. Actually, they are not very bad people. It's just that we don't understand who they are. Okay. So, last year and this year, all the Dharma talks are under tolerance. Tolerance means we are being oppressed, being bullied. That's why we need to tolerate. So our Vijay went through from all is mind, how do we tackle our anger, our fear, our guilt, and our sadness. And another two more topic is actually karma dirt and karma creditor. These two, why is it under tolerance? You understood, right? Because with a lot of karmic debt and karmic creditors, we suffer a lot. Many of them are unknown beings. Of course, there are also some known beings. Okay, so we go into the detail of it. Okay, I go a little bit slower because if you don't understand anything, you put up the hand and ask me. Because a lot of Theravadins, they are not very familiar with this concept. So, under the Mahayana text, there was this phrase called 五浊刚强, the 5 hardcore delusions. Meaning what? What kind of delusion are these? These are the delusions that we cannot wake up. We are actually in a dream. But it's just that we thought everything is real. But everything is not real. There are actually 5 of them that make us cannot wake up. These 5 of them, I'm going to elaborate next year under Viriya, effort chapter. But this part I want to highlight because it relates to our topic today. The Buddha said, out of the 5, there's these 2 already interesting enough to share with everybody today. Number 1 is the delusion of seeing, 见着. That means whatever you see, you thought they were real. They are not real, no. So all these building, all these, your wife, your son, your children, your husband, they are not real, no. The Buddha said, but can you take it? That's why it's called hardcore delusion. We cannot believe that the people we are with are not real. Including chair, table, buildings, they are all not real, no. In fact, it's actually proven by science under holographic principle. If you are interested, you go and check. So actually 2,500 years ago, the Buddha already said, this is called the delusion of seeing. And then the second delusion is opposite. Whatever you didn't see, you thought there is nothing. That's called 急走, 借着, the delusion of disaster. Okay, the first one is whatever we see is not real. It's killing enough, okay? And the second one is whatever you don't see, there are a lot of things there. But you thought they are not there. So it's so hard to accept, something is there, And then one of which is our karmic debt and karmic creditors. We just can't see them. And the best part is, this is my own personal understanding. I'm still doing research on this, which I think I am quite convinced. Why did the Buddha use the word keep? Disaster. It's a direct translation, 急送, 结束. That means the illusion of disaster is something that you don't see, but Do you realize this phrase actually means a lot of our disaster in our life is caused by things that we don't see. You get me, not? You will talk about bacteria and virus. Can we see? Also cannot see, right? But do you know that a lot of big sicknesses like cancer, depression, all these are caused by our good friend, our karmic creditors. But we don't see them. That's why the Buddha used the word "git" disaster. Okay, so this is purely my interpretation. It was not written anywhere in the sutta, but I was just wondering, why did the Buddha say disaster? Why don't the Buddha say the delusion of not seeing? No, he didn't say that. No, he said the delusion of disaster. I kind of like deduce that this one, the Buddha is trying to say a lot of our disaster in life caused by things we don't see. Okay, so when we go inside, maybe you will agree with him. So a lot of things we don't see, we thought that they are not around, like ghost, like deva, karma, even talk about love. When somebody loves you, can you see? You can only feel anger, our greed. All these you don't see, but doesn't mean that they are not there. Later, when we go further into karmic dirt and karmic creditors, we are actually exploring this part, the delusion of disaster, 借着. There are two types of karma retributions. One is karma debts or karmic debts, or karmic dirt, we call it. Another one is our karma creditors or karmic creditors. These are the two types. So these karma debts or karma dirts, it is not a being. It is a form of energy surrounding us. If a psychic want to look at us, they can look at our totem. All these are stored inside the totem. Those psychic people, they can see the totem of that person is like a window behind us that can tell a lot of things. Karmic dirt and our good karma and bad karma, everything is stored there. That's why it's called the eight consciousness now, because you just cannot see them. So this karmic dirt is slightly darker in color and cloudy. A lot of psychic, they can see totem. But the problem is, whether the psychic is powerful or not depends on whether he can decipher the map well. You can see, but some people see already don't know what it means. Some very good masters, once they see, they can actually predict even your future or see your past, and all spelled out in the totem. And then this karmic debt is something that we accumulate by doing something bad, but the victim, the other side, may not know one. They may not know that we did something bad. That's why we have a lot of karmic dirt. Okay, I go into it deeper later. Karmic creditors, on the other hand, they are the victims who know that we hurt them. That's why they come back to take revenge. Okay? The first one, karmic dirt, you don't have people to come back and take revenge. It is just an energy become darker because of our negativity in us. So it becomes dark, our cloud. Sometimes you can feel, the person's energy very cloudy. Even when come to a worse scenario, the person, the face become grayish. That means a lot of karmic dirt. Okay, so now we go into one by one. What is this karmic dirt or karmic debt? Okay, karmic debt can be accumulated in us through our action and speech. Let's say, for example, if I murder somebody, I create a karmic creditor. But while I'm scheming, while I'm trying to kill with the kind of anger and guilt and greed, so all these create a lot of negative feeling inside my mind. And all these will produce karmic dirt. That means when I kill somebody, there are two things I get: karmic dirt and karmic creditor. Okay? So that's why people like you and me, we also get a lot of karmic dirt. Maybe we may not hurt others but in what sense we get karmic dirt? For example, I steal. I steal from somebody that somebody may not know. Correct or not? But when I steal, the greed, the scheming, so all this will produce karmic dirt. Like for example, we talk behind about people, we talk bad, we talk bad, gossip, we see something quite defaming one, we send, send the wrong thing, send on things that we defame people, even real also, we try to make fun, actually not very good, this one, we have to pay on, this one we are creating karmic dirt onto ourselves. Like for example, we gossip and we tell a little bit of lie, we're being dishonest. All these the victim may not know, but enter into our journal entry into the book. Yeah. Like for example, we drive. While driving, so we start to curse. Outside people don't know one. Sorry lah, here all dark already. So not worth it, because the moment the fall emotion, when you get angry, because everything enter into our karmic dirt. But harsh words, words which is actually of very ill will So all this will create karmic dirt. Okay, beside action and speech, there's also another one, our thoughts and intention. That one also we have to pay for it. For example, when we are very jealous of somebody. Hey, this one you think nothing happening. Something is happening when we are very jealous of somebody, or we are scheming. Scheming means you say something, actually you want that person to do something for you to get our objective done. That one also has karmic debt. When we judge others, you look at him. You think that one also inside because you're judging with negative feelings, with negativity in our mind, actually creating karmic dirt. We grumble and complain a lot. When you always grumble, complain, say something, why like that, always think we ourselves is the victim, very victimized, this one got karmic dirt creating inside our eighth consciousness. Okay, as long as we have negativity, okay, some people, they curse and swear. When we curse, we swear, I tell you, I'm sure coming back to you, all this stuff, the curse and swear will create karmic dirt. And then imagination, bad imagination that actually create a lot of fear in us when you cannot sleep. So when we cannot sleep, fear arising inside our mind, all these are karmic dirt creating. At the end of the day, as long as the four emotions arise, remember our four good friends, fear, anger, guilt, and sadness. Once these four arises in our mind, the friend following behind is our karmic dirt. This karmic dirt, once a lot, it becomes darkened and it becomes very thick. And the consequences there are many. You don't feel good luck, very bad luck. Whatever we do, it's like a lot of obstacles. And then you find things suddenly lose one, Every time, I lost my things here, I lost my things there, or maybe I was easily cheated here, cheated there, and then a lot of people come and take money from me and attack me at the same time. This one karmic debt actually erupting. Once we have too much of karmic debt, we don't have very good human relationship one. People start to dislike us without good reasons. Not one, one can be karmic creditor, but many people just dislike this person. That means this person he has a lot of karmic dirt. Of course, this karmic dirt trace back can be because of the character. Not that the person is bad, because he or she doesn't understand a lot of things. That's why he always or she always grumble, complain, get very ill-hearted. So that one create a lot of negativity in us, and because of this karmic dirt arise, we find ourselves relationship broken, a lot of quarrels. When the karmic dirt gushing out that time, sometimes we cannot control one. Some people, when the anger is very extreme one, because the karmic dirt on this aspect, especially anger, very thick. And it's always a spiral, you see. The more angry you are, the worse karmic dirt, and the worse karmic dirt you are, the easier you get angry. So it's a spiral, and then pull us down onto the three woeful states. Okay, so we have to be careful of this karmic dirt. Okay, a lot of people, when they listen to Dharma talk, they fall asleep. They want also karmic dirt. Go on. The moment the Dharma starts, want to fall asleep already. That one okay one is karmic dirt. Never mind, don't leave the seat. Continue listening. The karmic dirt is clearing off. Clearing off with the power of the Dharma. Of course, let's say the speaker very long-winded, 2 hours also not finished yet. That one you feel sleepy, fine lah. But not the moment you sit down. Once the Dharma starts, you feel very sleepy. That one actually clearing off our karmic dirt. Because of this karmic dirt, usually it blocks us from going to listen to Dharma one. Some people just cannot come to the center and listen. Sure, got something happen. That one also either creditor or dirt. Okay, another type, those people who sit and meditate and start to feel very itchy. Karmic dirt lah. A lot of disturbance. You just cannot concentrate. You feel very agitated. You feel very itchy. You just cannot settle down. That one is karmic dirt. Don't give up. Because your karmic dirt is clearing. You just look at all your agitation. It's very good. It's very good thing, sadhu. That's why going for meditation, purifying your mind, is very good one. You don't think, I go there wasting time lah. Every time sleep. Hey, where is the delusion? The 5 delusion. A lot of things you cannot see. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It's happening. The thing is clearing. Okay, so don't give up. And then this karmic dirt also make us cannot understand the Dharma. Some people just cannot gel. Why? Because too thick. I can see some people thick until they don't even have logic. No logic one, no. The judgment all koyak one because of the karmic dirt blocking our logic mind. That's why sometimes even listening to Dharma, we just cannot get that kind of wisdom out from the Dharma because our dirt is very thick. But don't worry, continue. The moment you're trying, the thing is falling off. Karmic dirt is falling off. So very interesting one. And then of course finally, if karmic dirt is so thick, sometimes can lead to sickness and death. Accident. Accident, a lot of time is the karmic that actually erupt. Too much negativity in that person. Like for example, few years back near Penang, there was the plate of UMNO sign fell off and killed a man. That one is really karmic death. It was actually jam, How come only kill him? And then kill him to what extent, They can't even find the corpse. That's why insurance also cannot claim. Cannot find the corpse, The thing went into the earth until the whole body dissolved, Wow, this one, I think also got karmic creditors. Because if I'm not wrong, the newspaper was saying it seems this man, 1 week before that, he went to a temple to pray. Then he saw one very big crab, coming out from the temple, I think underneath the pedestal. He go and tangkap and eat. This kind of place, you see very funny beings, don't do anything to them. I think maybe also got karmic creditors. Okay. Another one was near Pavilion. Remember Pavilion, the lady? She was driving a Kalisa one. Something fell on her, also she died, just like that. These are the eruption of karmic debt. Karmic debt, when we have a lot, sometimes when we are driving along the highway or ever, easily we actually contract all the lost soul. They will follow because our negativity can attract them. Okay. Another one was the 13 children in Thailand cave. That one got story one. No. This one is under karmic creditors. Actually, this one should keep for next week one. How karmic creditors works. Today a lot of story. Actually came out in the newspaper. These 13 children enter into the cave, and the cave with the kind of rain quite seldom happen. After that, they found out it was done by a princess who died 300 years ago, and she lived inside the cave. And what happened was, 300 years ago, this princess fell in love with a laborer who actually took care of the horses of the kings. So she fell in love with him, So of course the parents don't allow lah. So she eloped with this man. After he eloped, they moved to this cave here to live. Then the father sent soldier to look for this daughter. Sure lah, right? Finally found them, and then the soldiers killed the man. So the princess was very, very heartsick. She killed herself inside this cave. She waited 300 years to look for her lover. And this lover was actually took birth and became a lama. When these 13 children lost inside the cave, that day itself, before it became a big issue, it seems many Thai people dream of this dream at the same time. Dream of this princess wanted to look for this lama. Many of the Thai people dream of the same dream, So then after quickly they go and look for this lama. I don't know how lah. When the lama came, actually had a conversation with her for 3 hours. Remember they actually did some praying or whatever. Actually the lama went in and spoke to her. She was actually looking for him. So after that I think after the talking say you don't miss me so much never mind I give you marriage you go don't know So after that, the princess agreed to let go of the children, but one person has to die as a remedy So, and in fact everybody from all over the world to come and rescue they already said this is impossible to rescue one. But with the consent of the princess she allows. So then after that when they came out, and then who are these 13 children? They were the soldiers who killed the boyfriend. 13 of them. So actually she's supposed to kill all of them. It came out in the news, Chinese one that's why you all don't read. Interesting Actually a lot. We cannot deny them because there's so many this kind of cases around us. Nothing happened to us without any reason. Because this is the law of karma inside samsara. You want to come to samsara to play this game, you have to subject to this law. Nothing happened just like, no reason one. No, cannot, because it will go against the nature law already. It's just like you come here, you need to breathe. You need to use the body to breathe. That's why you cannot see other beings not using the body to breathe to live inside here. Because this is the law of this sphere. That's why later when we come to karmic debt and karmic creditors, there are a lot of laws in between. And many of us didn't know. That's why we offend many of them. Okay, so, let's continue. So when the karmic dirt is a lot, we sometimes bound to meet with accidents. Of course, normal accidents is fine. What if life-threatening accidents? Then that will be too bad, right? And then, we have aura. But because of too much of karmic dirt, our aura, it will break and leak because of the karmic dirt. So once our aura breaks, who enters, Karmic creditors. They will come in. They are waiting. All of us also has one, to what extent only. So when our karmic dirt is too thick, it breaks the aura. So once the aura broken, then the karmic creditors can come in and attack. That's why we get sickness. Usually this one happen after we are 45 years and above. 45 years. Because enough of thickness of karmic dirt. That's why we must know how to clear our karmic dirt. Under the Theravada, I think karma cannot be deleted. Is it? Theravada. If I'm not wrong, because I was 10 over years in Theravada, they say karma cannot be deleted. cannot be eradicated. Okay, karmic dirt, according to the Mahayana, we can delete. Happy, huh? At least we can use the rubber, you see here, we can delete. Okay? But you must know how to delete. Not everything we do, we can delete. That's why when we don't know, that's why it's so thick. When we know, better do something about it. So that our aura is good, at least karmic creditor cannot attack us easily. Okay? So how do we clear our karmic debt? There are two types of deeds that we do. Number one is we call charity. Phúc tắc. Charity means what? Means things that we do that is actually getting a lot of prosperity within the samsara. Like we're doing dana, get a lot of prosperity, a lot of wealth. These are charity. Charity cannot delete. Sorry to say that. Okay? Even keeping precepts also cannot delete. Charity that we do, that we can gain a lot of prosperity in the samsara, we cannot delete them. Because they are not an eraser. They just give you good prosperity, good wealth, They can dilute your karma. Dilute your karma meaning just like my mother lah. She's a dialysis patient. She did a lot of good karma when she was younger. That's why she can dilute her bad karma in the sense that now she got this dialysis at the age of 78, not at the age of 38. If 38, that's very bad, right? So, but with her good karma, maybe she can prolong, but still have to happen. And when it happens, she didn't have to work, and she has some money to cure herself. That means she's quite okay lah, dilute lah, but she still suffer from dialysis. You get me not? This one is diluting lah. Or maybe I fall sick, I got cancer, but I meet with a very good doctor. This one dilute lah. Okay, but I still have to fall sick. I still have to get cancer. But how can I do something so that I don't even get this cancer? This one you must know some rules in between. So even taking precepts is not good enough. Because taking precepts will give you all the prosperity and goodness in samsara as well. For example, I don't kill. I get very healthy body. I don't lie. I don't steal. I get very good relationship with all the people around me. All the good things from the samsara, you cannot use it to delete our karmic debt. Okay? On the other hand, there's another type of deeds called merits. Actually, I cannot find the right word for English. They call 功德, 功德. And these merits, when you do, is to get out of samsara. This one you can delay. Okay? Especially on the awakening. I give you some example. This charity type is like you give donation, build temple, build charity organization, you give to old folks home, all these this one cannot delete because they are charity. Or maybe you make statue, so you donate to monks for cooking food for them, all these you get a lot of prosperity within samsara. However, merits very different. Okay, I read to you what are the things you can do merits one, which is actually has the element of getting out of samsara. For example, listening to Dharma talk. Very important, no? That's why when you are sleeping, you listen. It's clearing off. Even though you are very sleepy, you just listen. It will actually clear off. You cultivate. You practice by actually changing over. Anything that can touch our heart. And you do repentance. Saying sorry. And bow down the ego. Of course, breaking of concept is something very powerful. 5 PAT, we talk about breaking concept. If you can break concept, which is the ultimate repentance, this is very, very powerful to delete our karmic debt. Okay? Step back and repositioning. Because stepping back and repositioning, actually you are waking up. Momentary. At least for that while. So you have merits come up. Okay? Like for example, chanting. Because when you're chanting, you're purifying. And a lot of times when you're chanting from your heart, That one also very powerful. Okay, and then lastly, meditation. Meditation, yes, but that meditation has to be vipassana. Cannot meditate like jhana, samadhi, very peaceful. That one cannot, because that one is to peace your mind only. But you need to do vipassana, so to learn the wisdom out of it. And you go through the suffering during the meditation. Actually, a lot of karmic debt and karmic dirt is falling off. Okay, so all these is the difference between merits and charity. I tell you this one not without base. I give you some story on this. Okay, interesting. One of them is my own story. This one I tell you what actually happened long, long ago first. Why is this an issue? This is a big thing in Mahayana because of this story. 梁武帝 versus 达摩祖师. Who is 达摩祖师? 达摩祖师 is actually Bodhidharma. You heard of him? You know Shaolin Temple? He is the founder. I tell you a bit about his story. Before the Buddha passed away, he actually gave a flower to Kassapa. He is the Arahat. When giving the flower to Kassapa, the Buddha just smiled and Kassapa know what the Buddha was actually talking to him. He was actually talking about passing of the Zen Buddhism. The Buddha passed to him direct. He is the first after this action. He is the first patriarch under Zen Buddhism. Then after that, he passed to Ananda. Okay, Ananda was the second patriarch on Zen Buddhism. Then after that, this thing passed until 28. It was Bodhidharma. All the Arahats, all these are Arahats, passed until 28. Then they foresee the downfall of Buddhism in India. So actually there was instruction by the master of Bodhidharma to ask him to go over to China. Bodhidharma became the first patriarch in China. That means under Mahayana. These are the patriarchs in the West, means India. Bodhidharma is the first patriarch in the East in China. Then after that he passed to Huike, passed to Zhen Can, passed until the sixth. Sixth is who? Huineng Zhu Si. Then the Platform Sutta. Okay, so during this time, when Bodhidharma came over to China through his own psychic and some Buddha Dharma plus his Kung Fu, I think, he became famous in China because he needs that. He wanted to look for the king to actually spread Buddhism. But in the meantime, he was waiting for the second patriarch, right? So then, that time, the emperor in China was Emperor Wu. Liang Wuti. This is the very famous king that time. He was the one who founded becoming vegetarian. Becoming vegetarian is not by the Buddha, no. It's actually by Liang Motai who started. He was actually very strong supporter of Buddhism. Built many temples and many statues and provided a lot of good environment for the monk to practice. So this emperor was very happy to see Bodhidharma. So when he saw Bodhidharma, he asked Bodhidharma this phrase. He said, "Do I have merit?" Because he did so many things, You know what Bodhidharma said? No. 0 merits. 0, no friend. How because he asked merits, He didn't ask charity, But Bodhidharma, you cannot tell lie. You don't have means you don't have lah. He was very, very angry. He actually chased Bodhidharma away. That's why Bodhidharma went into the cave and meditated 9 years there, waiting for the second patriarch at the Shaolin Temple. In fact, it seems now you go to China, you go into that cave, you can see his face on the wall, on the cave wall. I don't know, I haven't been, but they said you can see his face there. This story became a landmark story for what type of deeds is really constitute to merits. When you do something which is out of samsara, like just now what we said, that one, yes, you have merits. Other than this, they are charity. They are also called merits. I don't know how English call. They call folk tak. Another one is kong tak. Okay? So merits is much more important than our charity. Yeah, you can have a lot of money, a lot of wealth, a lot of family members, even very harmonious, all the relationship. So what? One day we still die. Correct or not? No matter how loving, how rich, we still have to die because you are still subjected to this realm of samsara. There's no awakening. We are still threatened by birth and death. Okay? So, we can use merits to erase our karmic dirt. Okay, now the next story about myself. Okay? I was Theravada since 2001. I went for meditation. Come 2013, I don't know why there was a very, very strong calling to ask me to go into Mahayana. At that time, I also don't understand Mahayana. So I learn, I go and learn. I don't know how to do chanting because Theravada only puja. Mahayana chanting is a lot. And I don't know what is that, you see. So I learn, I go and learn together with some friends because I love to do investigation. Okay, I like to do research. So together with this group of friends, learn chanting in 2013 for 6 months. You ask me to explain the sutta, I'm quite okay. You ask me to do chanting, I really need to learn. Okay, so I learn very diligently. So when I went to the center, the master said something. He said, do you know that all this karmic dirt, the moment you chant, it can be converted into physical and appear on our body, and it moves on. It moves. What's that? So never mind. But this is information went into my mind. So, karmic dirt can be converted into physical and it moves. And when you see this, you must continue chanting. Because once the karmic dirt is initiated, if you stop and you don't clear it, it can bring back karma. You get me or not? Means what? We have our karmic dirt, all of us has. But many of it is not initiated. It depends on timing. Like durian like that, ripen. You must wait for it to ripe, you see. But when you do chanting, the dirt ripen very fast. Once ripen, it start moving. And you keep on chanting so that the dirt disappear. So that's what he said, you see. So I say, got like that one. Never mind. So I just follow the method, chant. Every day, about 1.5 hours. So I just want to see all the things that they said, whether it's true or not. Because I want to investigate. Okay? Some more coming from Theravada background, sure very suspicious, right? So I go and do research. So very diligently for about 1 month plus. One day while chanting, suddenly I felt very itchy, behind the back here, very itchy. So I scratch. But it keep on very itchy. Suddenly I go and see, something like swollen, as big as a 50 cents. It was like swollen from inside. I thought I was bitten by ants or maybe a mosquito. So I went to see, no head one, no. If something bite you, you sure got head, eh? Hey, how come no head on? You can feel it's actually swollen from inside. So I said, why like that? So never mind, continue. Never thought of anything, just continue chanting. So one night after chanting, I go and sleep. Midnight, the itch came out again. So I scratched. Suddenly I realized, hey, how come the swollen part came to here, When I was scratching, I woke up, you see. Not here, how come here? Suddenly it moves from my back to my hip, you see. Because that's why I woke up midnight, I said, how come it's here already? Then I suddenly thought of what the master said. Wow, it moves, from my back to my hip. Then I continue chanting. I see, this one, the research start already. I continue chanting, and I saw the swollen part move down to my thigh and broken into 20 cents, slowly broken into 10 cents, 5 cents, then dissolve as I continue chanting. Wow, you see, really can delete one eh. That's why I say, wow, what the master said was true, no? Because I will never simply take what you say on. That's why I respect the Buddha so much, because whatever he say, I don't believe on. I want to rebel against him. But my conclusion is I have to really bow down to the Buddha, because whatever he say is proven right and I was wrong. So is this type of master lah? Whatever you say, you can say, but I have to find out myself. Then only I'm convinced, you see. Really, marriage can delete our karmic dirt. That's why no wonder you see a lot of Mahayanis, they really chant, until their face are so bright. So I go to the center, I see this si brightness one, the face shining. Because when they are chanting, their karmic dirt keep dissolving. So this is something interesting. Okay, so now we enter into karmic creditors. This one also very interesting. They are beings. That means not karmic dirt, Karmic dirt is just energy only. It's just a negative energy. But karmic creditors, they are beings that they know what is happening. That means they are the victims that we heard before. So there are two types, formless and form. Today we emphasize on the formless first. Under formless, basically we call them ghosts, or maybe we call them spirits. One master was saying, when we call them karmic creditors, they don't like. They don't like. They ask us to call them future Buddha. Those with psychic one can see. You see, formless creditors, especially human, when we kill them, let's say we scheme to kill them, they don't know we kill, well, we get somebody to kill. Unfortunately, after a being died, he entered into Bado, in between the 49 days. During these 49 days, I'm so sorry, all that psychic come back to that being, and he will know who actually killed me. Because the psychic during Bado can tell past. This is a different dimension. When we go into the 5th, 6th, and 7th dimension, we are actually playing with time only. Okay? So when they enter into Bado, they go into a different dimension whereby they become 7 times smarter than us human beings. And they will know who actually killed me. If we murder somebody and we thought we can run away, cannot. They will know one. Because of the Bado time, 49 days. Okay, these formulas, the first one is animal. Animal, like for example, we kill chicken, we kill fish, we go hunting, we do fishing. All this, we are hurting another being. Last time was, we don't even know that we cannot kill. At least now, people are more aware that we don't kill. We always encourage people to become vegetarian. The purpose of become vegetarian is because you don't want to lose or break the compassion in us. In order not to break our compassion, number one, we can become vegetarian, which is very applaudable if you can. But unfortunately, we are householders. Many of us cannot. Because we have family members, we have our husband, our wife, our children. Sometimes we become vegetarian, their face also black. When we do business, we go out, customer, vegetarian. We become antisocial like that. I mean, this is facts of life because we are lay people, right? So if that's the case, never mind. You eat 3 pure meat, 三斤肉. The first one, if you can do, you become vegetarian. Of course, this one very good lah. This one everybody clap hand lah. Or else, if you cannot, you eat 3 pure meat. English I also don't know call what. We call the Chinese 三斤肉. Means what? Meat which, number one, if you see the person killing, you don't eat that meat because the animal struggling. Number two, if you not see but you hear the animal screaming, you don't eat. Not the killer screaming, the being killed screaming, okay? The animal screaming, don't eat. And third, because of I want to eat, that's why he dies. You don't eat. My intention caused his death, don't eat. These three types are called three pure meats. So this one is because why? Because when you hear or when you see, it's very cruel already. You somehow go and enjoy. Very bad, so we don't eat lah. Okay? So because of this, it's better to eat three pure meats because we don't want to break our compassion. Another reason, we do it because of karma creditors. They are aware. Okay? So that's why the first one, don't eat wild animals. Wild animals. Why? This part very interesting. Because wild animals, a lot of times they are not here to clear their karmic debt. Wild animals are here to learn. They take birth as a wild animal to learn like you and me, but in the animal realm. It can be their bodhisattvas. It can be they are practitioners who actually practice. Or even if they are not, they are like human, They are very smart. That's why you look at dog and cat, they know what we are talking about. These are the wild animals. If we want to eat, you eat domesticated animals. The rare one in the farm. Because domesticated animals are here to cleanse their karmic debt. A master said before, a chicken killed by human 300 times to become a pig. A pig will have to be killed by human, eat by human 100 times to become a human. So that's why if you eat the domesticated one, not so bad because they vow to take birth as a domesticated animal for you to kill me to clear my debt. I give you example, okay? Because I do statistics, I read up, I check, I research, okay? There was this master, very famous, 海涛法师, he's in Taiwan. He said, there's these psychic people, they can hear the pigs talking in the farm. They can hear. People got psychic, they can know one. So there was this two pigs. So one pig was talking to another pig. He said, you good lah, I'm envious of you. You 7 life, now this is your final life already. My one first life only, I got 6 more life to go. Like that, no. They talk like that. Means, you are finishing already. Good lah, I'm happy for you. You're on the journey to become human. Me, another 7 rounds. So we help them I'm trying to get consolation to eat. So that's why domesticated animals, they are here to clear their debt. So that's why when we eat them, when we kill them, sometimes they also get angry lah. You cannot blame people lah. Actually, when we eat them, we're clearing their debt means what? We are taking over. We are taking over a little bit lah, a little bit. But there's a way to solve this as well. Okay, I come to this. How? Okay. The way to do it is to cultivate. Because you are very purified. They are very happy to let you eat one. Yes, seriously. Also got story on this one. Okay. Actually, it's already an implied consent that they become domesticated. Okay, we eat them, we are okay. But if you practice, lagi best. Okay, I tell you this story. Real story in Thailand. Happened to Meiji Kiao. It's written in the book. Meiji Kiao is a very developed nun in Thailand. They said she's at least a Sotapanna and above. So this lady, she has psychic since young. But she has very tough life. Actually, that time he was quite old already. So she actually grew up near the paddy field. She can talk to the buffalo, talk to the wild boar, talk to them. So one day, he was actually walking in the field, saw the wild boar. So this wild boar already a friend. So he told the wild boar, hey, you be careful, you don't run around like that so openly. They are hunters, So the wild boar said, yeah, can. I will take care, So okay lah. After a few days later, one day, midnight, while she was meditating, suddenly the wild boar came, midnight, 3 o'clock. He said, hey, how come you are here? How come you are dead? Because the one came talking to her was the soul of the wild boar. Means the wild boar died already. So he said, how come you are dead? He said, yeah lor, I was killed by the hunter. He said, there, see, you're not careful. So how now? Yeah, but never mind. Anyway, I come here to ask you for a help. So he said, okay, what do you want me to help you? He said, do you know that being an animal is very, very unfortunate? Because animal realm, a lot of fear. So I don't want to be animal anymore. Do me one favor. Tomorrow they will serve my meat to you. Can you please eat my meat? See, so happy. Can you please eat my meat and then transfer your merits to me? So the Meiji Gyao said, sure. Okay, I will do you this favor. So the next day, really, during the noon lunch, served on the desk, there was this wild boar. So she go to the kitchen and ask, where did this wild boar come from? Yesterday, the hunter got it. So she really faster eat more of it and transfer the merits to the wild boar. So that the wild boar took the merits and go on to the journey, hopefully take birth as a human being. So from this one, I understand how the animal realms works. Of course, you must eat 3 pure meats. The best is, after you eat 3 pure meats, you cultivate as well. Then every night, transfer the merits. This is what I do. I cultivate. I do a lot of stepping back and repositioning. I do a lot of Okmi, vow, and motto. All this I do. I give Dharma talk. But every night when I sit down, I sure radiate my merits to all the whoever meat I have eaten. Because when they get, then they can take birth faster. Maybe that pig need 10 rounds of rebirth. Then after that, maybe eaten by Fanny. Fanny everyday chanting. Only need 2 rounds of rebirth.
For me, eat 1 round can come.
Exactly. Serious. It depends on whether you cultivate or not. The more you cultivate, the domesticated one, they want you to eat them because I am a cultivator. See, I can transfer all the merits, so you shorten your journey to take birth in the animal realm. That's why don't eat the wild animals. Eat the domesticated one, which is actually coming here to cleanse their debt. Another one, this one real case, my friend. So she went to see fortune telling. So this guy, I think maybe got psychic. So my friend sitting here, together with another lady, she is just an accompanying friend only. So halfway fortune telling, she asked my friend, that one your friend? Yeah. Why? You ask your friend always eat wild boar one. So this friend asked, you always eat wild boar one? She said, yes, how come you know? He said, a lot of them standing behind her. A lot of wild boars standing behind her. Ask her don't eat anymore, okay? Ask her don't eat. Because the husband hunting. Come back and ask the wife to cook. So eat wild boar. So she know already. So then after that, she said, yeah, don't eat. Then after a few months, forgot. She go and eat. The moment she eat, the face bengkak like really wild boar. Sent to hospital immediately. It's a real case, Malaysia. Sent to hospital. The whole face become like a wild boar like that. That's why wild animals, we cannot simply kill them. They get angry one. Because when they come here, they are here to learn. No, they are not here to cleanse their karma debt, you see. So you kill me, it's just like you're killing another being. So don't eat wild animals. Okay? One, you don't eat wild animals. Number two, don't eat the one just died one. Even domesticated, you don't eat the just died one. Why? Because you cannot help this being from being very angry. Because painful, you kill me. It is the anger make that being wanted to take revenge. Even though it's domesticated, you still feel painful, you see. Like for example, there was this same master, and then he saw a pig from the farm travel to the place to cut that time. He say they saw the spirit follow the body until the body being cut into pieces and the body gone. Then only he goes. You get me or not? That means the spirit will follow the body as long as the body is still around. Because once a being is dead, he won't know where to go. He will actually follow the body first. Okay? Until the body is gone, then only the soul will leave. So that's why when we eat, especially those people who go and fish the big fish, can go to restaurant and kill and then eat like that. Actually, the fish is looking at you, my body, you eat me. So don't eat the very freshly killed one because they are there. Because when we die, we will know one day. There was one case written by forensic doctor. He said a lot of disease died in the accident, bring them to the mortuary. He see a green color energy surrounding the body, just cannot move out of the body. This green color energy, water cannot flush off and wind also cannot blow it off. It is always there, moving around. Actually, that's the soul. You just cannot leave the body because you're too shocked, you see. Because this is your house, it's the only belonging that you know where to go, you see. So you just hang on to the body. So it's the same with animals. So when the animals we just kill, better don't eat them because they are still around. So these are the criteria. So my understanding is, it's not that we find excuses to eat meat because we are lay people. Eat meat really a difficult thing for you. We try to eat 3 pure meats, and then we cultivate, and every night we transfer the merits to all this meat that I've eaten before. It's like a repayment to them. Thank you for nourishing this body for me to cultivate. Thank you so much. But of course, if you can become vegetarian, ichipang, you're very pure. Okay? Because it's not easy, to become vegetarian. You have to give up a lot of things. But if you cannot, at least we take the 3 pure meats and immediately we try to cultivate and transfer merits to them. That's why these wild animals and just died one, they come back, not because of what, it's because of the anger, the revenge, they want to come back. So we just avoid. Especially wild animals, they are very, very smart. They're just like human beings. If you cannot eat vegetarian, then you eat 3 pure meats. Of course, when we eat with good attitude. We eat with a lot of respect. We don't waste. And after we eat already, we have to feel grateful. Like that I think that one is the best Because even the Buddha didn't specifically say ask us to eat vegetarian one. Especially Theravada, we also study, right? In fact, Devadatta wanted to be vegetarian, but the Buddha refused. Devadatta, actually 3 times he asked to become vegetarian for the Sangha, but the Buddha refused. But in Mahayana, of course, the Pusa will encourage us to eat vegetarian. Is as long as if you cannot eat vegetarian, at least the 3 pure meats is something minimum we can help We try to eat with a very respectful heart. Hopefully, my cultivation will allow all these beings take better birth next time. I like that that kind of heart. Okay, next lesson we come back. We talk about the form and the formless under human being. So I think we stop here first Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.